Hi, welcome to another blind whiskey tasting on Ryan Benink's Whiskey World. First of all, I have to apologize to everybody that is expecting now the review of the Octomore 10.4. Last week when I was supposed to record the review, I got sick, so it didn't work out well with the timing, especially because the 2-minute reviews actually take a lot more effort and work to record everything than just the blind tastings do, where I'll just go and sit and talk. So I'll do this week another blind tasting, and then soon you can expect the Octomore 10.4 review. Alright, let's choose the whiskey for this blind tasting, and I'm gonna ask Siri to help me again. Hey Siri, please give me a random number between 1 and 16.
It's 1.
Alright, so the first row, or the first column. Hey Siri, please give me a random number between 1 and 8.
That would be 2.
Alright. Now, let's record it again with my phone. So we're going for column 1, the second one. Alright, so that will be this one. Alright. Let's close this one right away. So let's see what we're gonna have today. Curious to find out which style, perhaps even which brand of whiskey this will be. Let's see what we're getting on the nose to start with. So this is a light honey caramel style of nose. Some toffee, a hint of wine gums. So I'm not getting any peat on this whiskey. There's perhaps a hint of nutmeg spices on the back of the nose, but the majority of the notes are warming, sweet notes. I'm going for majority bourbon cask matured, perhaps with a finish, I'm not sure about that yet. Like I get some notes that hint a little bit towards a finish, in perhaps sherry casks, something like that. But yeah, the biggest note on this whiskey for me is honey. Let's take a first sip. It's warming, it's sweet, you get the vanilla, honey, a little bit. The mouthfeel is weird, I want to say, because on one hand it's very light, and on the other hand it has also some oiliness to it. I don't think it's a very high ABV, but the mouthfeel, it's a little bit creamy, and the body it has quite a body. I'm not sure if this would be 40% ABV. My ABV radar might be a little bit off, because when I was sick I haven't drank a lot of whiskey. So then the first whiskey that you taste after that is always a little bit like, ooh, some more alcohol. So it's not, I don't think this is cask strength, let's say it that way. A little bit of milk chocolate, perhaps some marmalade, some figs. Oranges on the palate. mixed in with that honey. There's almost no oakiness to this. So it hasn't, as far as I can tell, it hasn't been in a very active cask. It doesn't have a lot of wood influence, but it's a nice mixture. I like the way this whiskey is blended together. And with blended, of course, I mean the different style of cask can perfectly be a single malt whiskey, but I don't think this is going to be a single cask, let's say it that way. I think this is going to be a space cider. With perhaps, taste reminds me a little bit of between a Belveny and a Macallan. So it has some of the sherry style and the smaller stills from the Macallan. It also has some lightness and sweetness. It's a very difficult whiskey to pinpoint. It's very difficult to pinpoint it in one region or even one distillery. There is no peat influences as far as I can taste. It has there's a little bit higher ABV, I think, than 40, but it can also be a very tasty 43% ABV whiskey. So perhaps 43%, 46. I don't think it will be 50, but yeah, this is a nice whiskey. Might even work in summer as well. Nice. Let me check the time. All right, with 1 or 2 minutes more before I have to restart the recording. So yeah, I get a little bit of alcohol notes on the nose, wine gums, honey, some toffee and caramel, a little bit of milk chocolate, and on the palate, let's go for a final round. Creamy, a little bit of the milk chocolate, some figs. I'm getting a little bit of wood spices now, hadn't got that before. Yeah, a nice whiskey, I like it, but I have no idea what it is, no. Glenmorangie could also be, but before I keep on spitting out distilleries without any clear ID, let's restart the recording, and then I'm gonna check out which whiskey it is. I still have a little bit of whiskey left, so might take a sip a little bit later, but I'm not gonna add any water to it. I'm gonna now restart the recording. All right, let's see what we're gonna get. All right, this is the V707. They just put some music on the background from the town when they make announcements. I'm not sure if the microphone picks it up because it's quite low, but if you do, I'm sorry for that. Where we go? All right. Loading now the file. V707. Sorry, it's taking a little bit long to load today. Okay, there we go. V707. Alright, this is the Glenturret 2002 from Gordon and MacPhail's collection. So that's the MacPhail's collection from Gordon and MacPhail. Bottled at 43% ABV, that's more or less right. I don't remember exactly what it is matured in, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's partly matured in sherry cask. I'll make sure to add the whiskey base description in here, so you can check it out yourself. So it's a nice whiskey. I don't think they'll make it anymore. I think it's now like 4 or 5 years old perhaps. So that means that if it was a 2002, it will probably have been around 14, 15 years old. 13 perhaps, something like that. It's a nice whiskey. I think it was around 50 pounds when it came out. Nothing that you think wow, but a nice whiskey, nice Glenturret. It's not a distillery that you have that many releases from, so it's interesting to always look out for the independent bottlers, in this case Gordon MacPhail, with this range. They have some new releases coming every couple months or every couple of weeks perhaps even. Especially the connoisseur choice is always very interesting to look for. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day. Make sure to check out the videos that I'll put here. I'll put some blind tastings here, and if you like to check out my 2-minute reviews that I've also done, you can find them here. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day and enjoy your whiskies.